Hi, my name's Emmett. A lot of you guys have been asking me to make like a long story explaining how I met One Direction. Um, so yeah, I met them in Seattle at the OTRA show at Centurylink Field on July 15th. Um, and then I'm new to YouTube too. So if anyone watching this like knows me in real life, I don't really care what you have to say because this is just me explaining what happened. For my graduation present, my aunt, who I guess somehow knows Liam or knows people who work for Liam, I'm not really gonna say in the video because I don't want to like blow up people because you guys might then try and message those people, which just isn't fair to them. But yeah, so here's a video that Liam made me.
Hi Emmett, it's Liam here from One Direction. I firstly want to just congratulate you on your fashion success so far. Hope that goes well. I also hear you're a very big fan and I'm going to be seeing you in Seattle, so congratulations, best of luck.
He's referring to when he says like fashion success. I'm going to the London College of Fashion this fall. I live in Seattle. I'm from London. My family all lives in Europe. So then it's like the week before the show and I'm told I can contact, I'll be honest, I was talking to some of the boys' security. So they ignore my emails for a few days and then, well, I only sent one, but then I sent another, like, did you get my email? I don't want to annoy you. And he replies basically saying, there's no meet and greets for this tour. We can get you tickets, but like, I can try, but we don't do meet and greets, which really weirded me out because that was after the San Diego and Santa Clara shows, and I saw tons of meet and greet pictures. Well, not tons, because it's not like Up All Night or Take Me Home. You can't buy a meet and greet. So I knew there were meet and greets, and they had that like ugly Honda Civic backdrop, which I was like, ugh. So I was kind of just like weird, but I'm sure it'll all come around. But as it got closer, I'm freaking out. I was like messaging people, do you think this is normal? My friend Heather and my friend Nisa from Twitter, we were all so stressed out, like what's going on? I had even told some of my friends from real life, like maybe I can try and take you. And then I felt like I just looked like a liar. I was so scared my sister would be disappointed. I was freaking out. We were like, and randomly in between all of this, like emailing, texting with their security, Verizon Wireless randomly sends me to like Verizon box seats, and this woman who's like in charge of tickets for like people with connections emailed me and said you have 4 tickets. So now I have 8 tickets because we had bought 2 when they went on sale. I have 8 seats. I only know where 2 of them are really. Only me, my mom, my sister are going. I have no clue if I'm meeting them, and everybody's bodyguards are MIA, management, like nobody's emailing me back. So I kind of am like, I guess I'm not meeting them. So we go to the show right at 5, office, and there's like an artist will call. Tickets aren't ready yet. Half an hour later, my mom's like been talking to girls, like, who's your favorite? She was, yeah, I think she was like kind of scaring some of them off, but they thought she was funny, and like we were making friends with the ticket scalpers. And meanwhile, all these people are texting me like, are you backstage yet? Because I haven't told too many people, but I told enough of like my close friends that they were so excited for me, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell them. So then I go one last time, and I had seen on Twitter that they were like still in flight. The security's read receipts were on, and they had read my text hours ago and not replied. Like, the woman in charge of the tickets had stopped replying. It was all a mess. I don't know if it was because of what went on with Louis. I don't, like, days leading up to that. It seems like they maybe stayed in LA longer than they intended. But yeah, it was, we were at that point just going to use like the Verizon seats or something because we didn't know what was going on. So then finally the tickets are ready, and the woman's like, oh, these are VIP seats. Like, she like got me so excited. And then I get the envelope and I'm like, section 107, like we basically had seats there. It said row B, so I was kind of like, well, that's going to be really close to the floor, but like, thanks security, thanks for like this hookup. Because meanwhile they were telling like the connection, they were telling them like, yeah, this is going to work out. And then they were telling me like, no, it's not. It was all like really shady, and they don't have to coordinate this, but it's still not, like, I wish there was better communication. But again, there's stuff that goes on behind the scenes that we don't know about. So I'm walking into the venue. We're like, we'll just sit here. Like, they're close. They're closer than the other ones were like 136 or something. And we get inside. We walk up the steps, and my phone rings. This British woman's like, "Hi, like, is this Emmett?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I knew it at that point. I was like, "This is happening." And she's like, "You're on the guest list for the meet and greet tonight." And me, my mom, my sister, like freaking out, jumping up and down. And I'm like, "Me, my mom, and my sister." And she's like, "No, like just you and your sister, but like I need you to be in your seats at 7:15. So then I find my friend Heather, and she has this Vancouver Canucks like personalized Styles jersey for Harry. And I hang out with her, like I take a picture with her. I hadn't seen her in a while. She's like, "Please give it to him, please give it to him." And of course I was going to help out whoever I could. So then we get to the seats at 7:15. She comes to find us, and she's like, "I'll be back." She comes once more and says, 15 minutes, I'll be back. So now Icona Popper done. It's like 7:40, yeah. And she's not here. I text her, and then all of a sudden we see her. We like run to her, and she escorts us backstage. And it was so funny. She kept like just flashing her badge, like, "They're with me, they're with me." And we get to a line, and the boys are meeting like a Make Foundation family. So us and like some other fans were kind of like just in this room waiting, which I guess was like the meet and greet / like catering area. And other fans all had like VIP passes, or they had won it or something like that. And we were like the exception, I guess. We were just with this woman at all times. She was so cool. I'm not going to talk too much about her just in case she like doesn't want to be public, but I gave her the gift, and she was like, "I'll give it to Harry." We didn't really have to listen to a list of rules, but some people there did. There's clearly like different levels of who's allowed what, because as you saw, some people just got like individual pictures with them, not even group pictures. Some people got both. Like, it really depends on how you get backstage. And if you're looking for help getting backstage, I'm not the person to go to. Right as we're about to go into the room, I put my phone on timer because I was interested like how long it would be. And we get in the room, and the first person I see is Liam. And there's like a big table, and he's like at the table signing something. And then they kind of mingled around for a minute, and then they were told to like, guess, stand up for pictures. So everybody else, their phones like got taken. They were like, "Put everything on the table." I put my bag on the table since I didn't want it in the picture, but I didn't like, nothing got taken from us.
Your phone was in your back pocket.
Yeah, but they didn't like, other people, they were like asking for, like, they didn't ask us for anything. And she had the jersey, and she was holding it. The boys, like, security was against one side. There was like stuff in the back. The Make-A-Wish family was like being escorted out, and we were like right at the end of the line. Might I add, there was this one girl in there who said Louis, not Louis, repeatedly. Like, her friend corrected her. They were clearly not real fans. Like, didn't hear her talk to him, but she said Louis, not Louis. And that's really embarrassing. It's not rushed, but like, you obviously like take the picture, say hello, hug, greet, like, bye.
Because they're about to go on stage.
They're about, like, they have their mic packs, their in-ears, they're like ready to go. They take golf carts straight from the meet and greet to stage. So I, of course, go up to Harry. I feel bad because Natalie leaned in to talk to me, and I kind of like swerved him. I went straight to Harry. And if you look at one of the pictures, because there really wasn't an official meet and greet, the guy like had his cell phone and was like, "I'll text them to you." So he took a few, and Harry's like arm, I can do this, which is cool, but his arm was like around me here, which I didn't notice, but looking back at the pictures, I was like, wow. I was really close to him. I know that's like creepy. A lot of people have been asking me like, "Are you a Larry?" Like, this, my like least intention was to creep him out at all.
He was like completely cool with it.
Yeah, he's like very like, he's so calming. He like looks you right in the eyes. I kept thinking he's so tan in real life. He like reached out to shake hands. He's like, hi, mate. And I like introduced myself by name, and because I wanted to hear him like say that back. And I was starting to explain to him about my friend's jersey. And it wasn't even that big of a deal to me, like it's hers, but I still wanted to tell him. And the way he like looked and nodded, he seemed so like genuinely interested, and he like did a thumbs up to the woman holding it. And she said after the meet and greet that he like went to her and was like interested and like wanted it. And she was like, he seemed to really, really like it. And then I like briefly chatted with Niall before we had to take the picture, and the people were kind of like, okay, 1, 2, like we need to take the picture, but they weren't like, they could have just stood there and smiled and we could have walked up to them. Like they were interested in talking to us. So I chatted with Niall, kind of like what to pose for. I remember like word vomiting something about Ireland because that's where I have like Irish citizenship. I go there all the time. So we like talked about that. And I remember talking about Fireproof because that had been like sound checked, and then Act My Age because they just added that. So it was like it wasn't actually that quick. We were in the room for close to 4 minutes, but I like don't really, it's like goes in and out of memory. So now like leaned in to Louis to take the picture, and I turned to Harry and I was like, I don't want to creep you out. Like, I'm really sorry for asking, but like, could we do a kiss on the and I didn't finish the word, and he like laughed. He was like, of course, like sure, like that, no worries. And he leaned in and like so soft, like warm, like it was 4 seconds. I counted in my head. And like I wish I put my arm around him or something. I'm kind of awkward in the picture, but I leaned in and like put my hand on Niall's back because he was leaned over. They took the picture, Niall stood up, and I wanted to go talk to Liam to like thank him for the video. So I went, and I kind of went in to shake hands, and he like hugged. He's really small in real life. I think I said that, but it's just he's muscular. He's just small, and like they're all like my size, but I imagine them being bigger. So I hugged Liam, and I was like, you know, you made me a video. Like I like briefly, I doubt he remembered. He makes so many things like that, but he was like, oh yeah, like congratulations, like no worries, like enjoy the show tonight. Completely ignored Louis, which like he's one of my favorites, so I'm sorry, but I just didn't. He was talking to my sister, like they talked and hugged and stuff. Yeah, and then pretty much we like said bye. We were like at the end, so they were kind of roaming around, and then we left, and the woman was actually like, that's one of like the best pictures I've seen Harry do, and I was like, no. But yeah, so then pretty much right when we got back to our seats, the show started. Such a good show. I always complain about like the newer songs because Take Me Home's my favorite, but like the set list is perfect. People said the Seattle show was off. Maybe I've never seen them before, but it didn't feel rushed. It didn't feel off. Zayn not being there wasn't that big of a deal to me.
They definitely were all like very present.
Yeah, and like backstage, I kept thinking like Liam and Louis interacted so much. Like when they were meeting other fans, I saw them interact a lot. They're all clearly friends, so yeah, it was like the show was great, and I would highly recommend it. Obviously, hopefully everyone watching would want to go see them anyway. But just to end the video, like I said, I'm moving to London. I want to go to as many OTRA shows in London as I can afford. So if you guys are going or like have spare tickets or something, like definitely message me. I want to meet you guys there. And yeah, so I hope you like this. Maybe comment opinions. I'm going to leave all my links. So if you want to find me on Instagram and stuff, I'm new to like being a fan, I guess. I don't really mix like fan and my social media, but I guess I'm going to. So find me there, and yeah, I hope you all get to meet them. I hope you all have some connections you can like muster up. I hope you like this story. Thanks for watching. Bye.